Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be here with a horrible voice this evening. We also have Brandon Turner has decided to show up and help a little bit.
Hey.
And of course, Nick Guskowski, as always, is here as well.
There's a gun to my head. Save me.
Good to see you, folks. It is race night. We are at Termas in Argentina. Hope everybody's excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Our guys that we have picked up this season have been really, really fast. I am definitely looking forward to this one. So, of course, we'll be starting out with Moto3 first thing qualifying here. And, of course, this season is only Xbox, no PS4, unfortunately. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Feel free to say hi
fantastic.
on the chat.
How about you?
Feel free to say hi to us on the chat, insult us, tell us we're idiots, tell us we're awesome. I'm good with it.
If I don't hear that, I'm going to be mad.
I know, right?
I'll remind you.
Good.
He'll make sure we know it. So, 15 minutes of qualifying this evening. And so far, we are only 3 races into the season. And it has been, I would say it has churned a lot between who's really hot each week so far. It hasn't been any one person like completely dominating things that I've seen.
I think the riders are starting to pick up their particular riding styles, what they're good at, what they're trying to work on. So, different tracks are definitely going to lend to different riders here. So it's pretty cool to see so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And the classes, since we don't necessarily have the same guys doing everything, you're definitely noticing a lot more variation in the classes as well, because there's everyone, like in some classes we have guys that's the only class they're working on, so they're really getting good at it. So that's also been an interesting thing to watch as well. That dynamic has been pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Being able to specialize is pretty huge in here. I mean, the difference in feel from Moto3 to GP is it might as well not even be the same game.
Yep. And for those not entirely familiar with the track down there in Argentina, this is one that was created in 2007, then revised in 2012, and hasn't, I don't think, been in GP its entire life, though GP is the major thing that's done there.
An interesting point about this track is it's actually not used at all for anything in any way, shape, or form, as long as there's not a major event there. So any of the big supercar events and MotoGP, etc., they will run the track. But other than that, you'll spend the first practices watching them just clean the track, basically, because it's never used. Yep.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. See, this is why we drag him in here. Yeah, this is why we drag him in here. I'm clueless. Nick's clueless. Brandon is not.
I just watched too much of this shit.
There is nothing wrong with having an obsession with it. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that at all.
I have a life. It's okay.
I don't. Yeah, I got nothing.
Don't do that.
don't have a life. Bad.
Right. How dare you?
So we're kind of waiting for folks to start getting times on the board, and Smacks right out of the gate puts down 148.6. Hades right behind him. Yeah. 0.033 off of his time, and Nick J putting down 3.3 seconds off the lead for his first lap. So everybody getting in early. Like lately, like the first couple of races of this season during qualifying, it would take people, a good 5 minutes before they'd actually put down a full lap. But it looks like the guys are starting to get into a groove, starting to get into that rhythm faster. So that's really nice to see.
It's pretty strong to have a strong.
From what we saw last week, I think there's a huge advantage to actually getting a lap in, because we saw some racers without a qualifying time.
That's exactly where I was going to say with it is if you can get your banker lap in early, you at least have something to go on that kind of gets you there. Then you can kind of fine tune as you go. People that kind of bank and wait on just one lap, I mean, that's a hell of a gamble.
Oh, for sure.
So I think Brandon was looking at our standings this season. What were you seeing over there, man? How was it looking there?
Kind of keeping an eye on the points, just kind of seeing who's where. Seeing if anybody, if it's a consistent domination. It seems like the classes are fairly well switched up. It looks like Voss is on it though.
Oh yeah. Voss has been solid. Though we have had guys come in like Hades is tremendously fast on a lot of days. I know we've had McArgo has been really fast. Several of these guys have been really quick on the order of, a second or two on Voss. But then during, what was it last week that we had Bear on that he was just eating the field, Nick? Was that Moto2 or was it GP?
It was Moto 3
It was Moto
and
3,
Moto
yeah.
2. So it was Moto 3 before his BS glitchy crash, and then it was Moto 2 where he was doing real well and then ran out of gas.
Yeah, 2, he underestimated the gas. This is one thing, Brandon, that we didn't, when we were doing MotoGP 19, you didn't have to account for gas.
Oh, they make you account for it.
Yes,
now. All right,
you have to account for gas now. And then the other thing, and that means your power levels matter a lot more because now you're trying to use your mapping based on how much fuel you want to burn. And on top of that, you now have to consider, you don't just consider tire wear, you actually consider tire wear on each section of the tire.
So here's another fun fact that's actually kind of funny because the MotoGP bike will actually do it for you. They have
Will it?
So they basically the bike will measure how much distance you have gone, how much you have left, and it will only give you enough power in mapping. It will start to block off maps, power level wise, that wouldn't get you to the end. So effectively, you can't use it anymore. That's why you'll see people draft around pretty commonly.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Not aware
The
of that.
game
That's
has
a cool
not
trick.
figured that out yet. You run out of gas, you coast to a stop, and then your rider punches the tank. And
Well, the good news, if you can be good here, right, you're technically qualified to be a MotoGP cruiser.
Okay,
so.
cool. So it's the same as Doom qualifies you for U.S. military.
Yeah, same thing. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
Call
See?
of Duty.
That's how it works.
I think I can
Call of
crash
Duty.
like Marquez,
Yeah,
so
you're good to
I'm
go.
a world champ.
Hey, might as well.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah. Get a broken arm before you get called the GOAT. Oh, no, here we go.
Hey, he's
I
retired.
broke
You
my
leave him
arm
alone.
in the same place.
He didn't come all this way just to retire so you could give him a hard time, okay?
In before pizza party gone.
Yeah. In before people get big mad. Yeah, Mark's done. Mark's retired.
I'm agreeing with this.
But Randy, are you okay? Are you okay,
Yeah,
Randy?
Randy's not okay.
So
Did you scroll far enough on that to catch my editor's note on the
I did.
post?
At the bottom, yeah, there's blood. That's not good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the blood stains on the carpet. He ain't okay.
He is not okay. I sent it to Tim. Tim did not reply. So
yes. Marky, are you okay?
But Timmy, are you okay? Are you
Oh,
okay, Timmy?
yeah, Tim is also probably not okay because he's owed $3,000.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of blood coming out of that bruised butt.
Technically, we don't know yet. We have to
We
wait
don't.
until he calls the career next year. You know?
The bet was 15 that Marquez was going to win 15 titles before he makes it to the retirement.
Wow, no.
And if we're having to have this conversation at 8, I don't think there's any
It's
way
done.
in hell that we're
Yeah.
going to have this conversation at 15.
Yeah.
The dude's getting a bone graft from his hip into his arm. He's
That's
done.
what they
I
say.
had not heard
Yeah,
that.
they say that he's due for a third surgery. They haven't said why, but some people are saying that it's basically the bone isn't healing at all. And then some are saying, of course, there's still the radial nerve damage, which they haven't even addressed at all.
Oh, yeah, they haven't said
even
anything
talked about
about
it.
that ever, yeah.
Right, which usually it's the one that you're not talking about that I'm most paranoid about. And then, of course, some are just saying, oh, no, he's fine. He doesn't need a third surgery. Mostly that's Puig and Repsol Honda. So
Yeah. So what you're thinking is the reason they're not speaking about it, the nerves, is they're using, we're having another surgery as kind of a distraction.
absolutely.
For actually his arm is screwed, his nerves don't work, he'll never be able to work the throttle again.
So we watched that. So it was pretty good. MotoGP did a pretty good breakdown on his arm as well. One of their contributors was pretty good about it, but basically said that the guy is using his upper shoulder to make all of the initial movements for the arm. So whereas you would start with a bicep curl, this guy's almost using momentum to lift his arm from the joint.
That's not how an arm works.
It's not how an arm works. Yeah, it doesn't work from the top down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, if you watch the video of him and his brother, he's got his left hand doing primarily everything, which as a right-handed person, for you to naturally be relying on your left hand for literally everything, means that to some degree you're unable to use that right arm. So I could see that, you say, well, for most of the year, that left arm has been totally dead, so you haven't been able to use it, so you've relied heavily on the left arm. That's been your primary arm all year long, but really, at this point, after you've been hurt this long, there's people that should be riding at this point. Riders have come back at this point with broken bones.
I'm wondering if the attempt to get him in too early
So somebody
was
said,
what did that.
somebody that's absolutely a talking point. Somebody else said that there was a consideration that maybe they put him back on the bike to find out if the nerve had damage. Can you ride with it as it is?
Yeah, but you could have done that in practice.
So he did. So he came back and he only
He didn't
practiced the
race.
one Saturday. They
Yeah.
didn't let him race.
Yeah.
So he came back and they practiced. There was a thought that it was like, hey, we're going to find out if this is all for naught. It's a conspiracy theory, of course, but they're starting to say, hey, maybe that was finding out. Can you still ride a MotoGP bike?
Yeah.
And then
So I'm not sure that was the case, especially with the push-up stunt and everything right out of surgery.
Right.
I think the doctors underestimated the amount of force placed on the arm during riding.
Totally potential.
Because it seems pretty clear to me that he went out there and the vibrations are what hurt it. I mean, I broke my arm in almost the exact same spot, just above the elbow on the humerus. Suck, really bad place to break it. But so vibrations are what hurt on that, and they hurt for a long time afterwards. So the reading I was doing, and I looked up into the bone graft surgery that they're saying he's going to get. It's due to bone not regenerating properly.
Correct. Yeah.
So they're trying to pull bone and split that back together because the titanium was too brittle and cracked under the vibrations. So
right. Okay.
He's screwed. I mean, I don't see a reality in which he comes back for next year, and if he does, I suspect he'll have lost his edge.
So I think so too. So that's a real thing that is worth talking about. Rossi has had a hard time after coming back after breaking his leg, and he obviously didn't have nearly the complications. So I'm not going to say that that's what took it out of Rossi, but I will say that is something that absolutely you have to consider after being down for almost a year. I think it's almost human nature to come back and be like, that really sucked. I don't want to do it again.
And even if you're not doing it consciously, it's subconscious. The reason these racers are so fast is because they think they're invincible.
Right.
We saw the same thing happen with James Stewart, Bubba in Supercross.
Right.
Dude was out there, he rode like he was a demigod. And he was fast. He was ludicrously fast, but he couldn't keep it together for a season. And that's why he ended up in the same position. But, he managed to make a gear line out of it, which I hate. 7 is stupid. But that's all Marquez has got is the claim to fame that he thinks he's invincible.
So what motorcycle brand does James Stewart ride, by the way? Where did he win his championships? Can you tell me?
You mean where he also lost all those championships?
I was just wondering. I was just wondering where it was that he won all those championships.
Brandon just all over that green dick. I'll bet you.
He lost to a Honda and a Suzuki.
No, I didn't say. No. I didn't say the ones he lost. I said which ones did he win?
Well, a retard wins every now and again.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, hey, it's just funny that all those retards seem to be on the same color bike.
Alrighty, so
I mean, hey, Ryan Villapoto, what color was he on?
So now that the dick waving has started.
Wait, hold on, Chris.
Oh, here we go.
Where's
hold on.
the Kawasaki on our leaderboards right now? I see green as Hades, but
look, they considered it unfair. They wouldn't let him bring it out. Okay. Besides, look at Craig. Look at Craig Dickinson. Look at him doing it. What color is that?
Oh my God!
It's got to be some Cowie sponsorship.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna say, how about no?
It's factory supported.
Breaking things again.
Oh, is that what it is? The Kawasaki Moto 3 bike. Please tell me where Kawasaki's 250 development currently is.
With Nick J.
So for those who actually
me in red, my dude.
for those who actually care about the racing that's on the screen right now, we have 2 minutes remaining in qualifying with Hades sitting at the top of the board. Hasn't moved the time down much from what we had earlier, 1:48.599. Smacks just behind him, and you know what, Smacks, that is coming up from him. I don't think we've had him really sit that high in any of the races yet, so he's been really at it. Yeah, that is awesome to see. That puts Voss back in third. Nick J sitting in fourth. I think we've rarely had him qualify that high on anything. So
he did last week, I think.
Did he? Okay. Yeah, he's been putting in the practice, and it shows.
Turn 1. There was some bowling.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he's been putting in the practice though, and it shows there. Bear just behind him. Baird. It's hard. If we put him right next to Bear, it's going to be impossible for me to get that one right this evening. Rocha just back at 3.5. So you can see there we kind of have a group sitting, barely 2 seconds off, then another group starting at about 3.5 seconds off. So it almost looks like Moto3 is kind of separated into 2 groups this week, which is interesting to see. So, of course, Mertz, one of our new guys there with Rocha just ahead of him. Key and Bichon finishing this out. Now, I know Bichon had his... Which class was the penalty he wound up getting for being a little too aggressive?
Moto2.
There's Moto2. Okay. Yeah, I know we had a penalty for him. We had some rough riding from a couple of our new guys. So
is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, they were being a little violent.
Okay. Chris is being nice again.
Yeah. Okay, they were ass-packing people.
I have to wonder if these three
thank
maybe are following each other around on track or have gotten a pit exit at the same time. Because I mean, you've got three of them that are right there, like 3.5, 3.5, 3.5.
Yeah.
A little bit of gap to the front, a little bit of gap behind them, but I happen to wonder if those guys were putting in their laps together.
Yeah, I don't.
Tab on over and take a look at that. I don't see them on their streams that close. Maybe Bear you can see pretty close, but that's the only one.
Man, that's a hell of a thing to just put in a lap right there with three of them within a tenth of a second of each other, all on their own.
Well, keep in mind, a lot of these guys practice together, so they are probably picking up tips from each other and tending to follow a lot of the same lines, a lot of the same ideas.
For sure.
So it probably, and I mean, I've seen a lot of practice going on, so it probably does put them pretty close together with how their timing works out. So at this point, qualifying is, time is over on it. So folks will be finishing up their laps or getting disqualified. You can see here, Bear right now is invalid for this lap. Yep. Mm-hmm. We do actually have strict rules turned on, which means there really isn't much tolerance for going outside the lines right now. Are they allowed to be on the candy stripes with it in strict? I've forgotten, Nick.
They should be,
yes.
Yeah. Green should be the DQ.
Yeah.
So kind of what we ran into last week, and the reason we had to make that change is there were just people
straight
bombing the hell
bombing
out of the grass. It was like the
Nick at a track day
line through the S's.
Yeah, it makes sense.
looking like John Wynn. I'll give him shit about that turn 20 I watched him in every time I see him.
There it is.
There you are, folks.
His turn 2 line.
I like his turn 2 line. It involves gravel. Him and Cheshire like them gravel lines. Mm-hmm. So there you go, folks. It'll be Hades starting on the front row with Smacks and Voss with him. Nick J starting out on second row with Bear and Baird. Mertz, Rocha, and Bichon on your third row. And right at the back will be, I think we had, Key is back there. Not too huge. Just like we don't have one of these, oh my God, it's 10 or 12 seconds between guys. So
that's weird for Key.
Well, for him to be that far back, yeah, he's been pretty consistent recently.
He's not drunk enough yet. Come on, Key.
More beer. More beer, bro.
Hey, cheers.
Alrighty, we will be waiting just a minute for racers to get their final configuration in, tire selection, gearing, all that stuff. And from what I was seeing, it looks like we might actually have a pretty competitive, the run here, I think, between Smacks, Voss, and Hades is going to be close. Very close. That is within half a second of each other.
Fuel levels are interesting here as well. So, Brandon, what we were seeing and talking with some of the racers about last week is they were seeing in GP class specifically running a lower fuel level for a lighter bike and a lesser power map was netting them faster race times.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much of that, though, is folks are still getting used to how different the physics are in this, and so they're not willing to just, send it in GP yet. And maybe that's
I don't know, dude. They were doing it they were doing these tests in practice, so they don't care about sending it.
Right. So that's what I'm wondering. If somebody gets the balls to send it, will that strategy work, or are they going to be better off loading it with more fuel and just going crazy with the power map, and they'll just leave the field behind? I'm curious if maybe somebody's going to Marquez it.
There was an interesting...
break their arm and ruin their career?
That doesn't happen with an Xbox controller in your hand, except for in really odd circumstances.
There was an interesting conversation with that. I think it was... It's been a few years, probably 2015, 2016. They were talking about the Ducati. Actually, one of their riders won a lower championship, and they kind of moved him up and let him ride and test the GP bike, kind of as a thanks, I guess. But he was saying that he was overly impressed with how much power there is actually on the top end. That it was so neutered in first, second, and third gears that it was actually faster to accelerate the higher the gears went up. He said it felt like sixth gear was the fastest that he was given. Because he was given so much more power in that gear because it was so much more capable. that he said he was like every gear he was like there was just more power available.
Why would they do it like that? Just to preserve
tire?
tire?
Try to keep the front end on the ground.
Yeah.
This is right as wings were kind of coming in.
Okay.
And so basically he was saying he just needs to keep it stuck. So
Gotcha. All right, folks, we are getting ready for our first race of the evening. This is going to be Moto3 at Termas on the Xbox.
Ooh, it was a good start out of Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a real good start out of Bear.
Was a good start.
Mertz came out of nowhere,
Bear.
too.
Yep.
Golden switch over that first hole shot.
Yep, Bear does have a good view there, so we'll check it out from his perspective.
Yeah, he's got a couple people coming around him now. He got a real good start. It looked like he got bumped by Mertz going into turn one.
A little bit of that bump draft.
No bowling. Good job, gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
Up the inside.
That was Hades getting tossed off, trying to push it on the inside there. Was that turn 3 that he had it in? Yep.
Yeah, I think Dickinson's down as well. I think he's getting restarted by himself.
But Dickinson is Hades. I'm sorry.
Hades,
I forgot to mention that his name is on there.
Yep,
Okay.
my fault.
Yep. Sorry, folks. This stuff in the
dare
studio.
you.
I forget what I have labeled.
It's a pretty good tight one with Albert in there.
Yep, coming into 5, around the
Nick J
hairpin.
with the crash.
Look at how tight the pack is, though. This is good to see.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of people right here fighting for.
Yeah, it is
for
mixed up.
7th.
I can't make a responsible joke.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh,
down.
no, Rocha throwing himself out of the turn.
He races like that too. So
Bear and Bichon having a little bit of a touch there, but managing to
down.
hold it together.
Leader's
Oh,
down.
my
leaders run over.
God.
Good, Jim.
Wow. What a shift in the lead. That was rough.
Ross's bike just stood back up. That's the longest slide I think I've ever seen in this game.
Dear God, that was rough.
Oh, this is tight. He's wide.
So now we have Smacks running up front.
Trying to come around. Up the inside.
Oh, very nice pass by Bear.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice pass through 14.
Yeah, he let the boys fight that one out and took the inside.
Good choice. Very nice choice. Now see if he can hang on to it into turn 1.
He's wide.
I think he's going to... Oh!
Oh.
Whoa! I think that was Voss across his front end. No, wait.
Didn't take him out. That's clean, though.
Oh, actually, I believe that was Mertz. I'm sorry. I saw the green and thought I was seeing... Yeah. I'm stupid.
Well, you didn't need to tell me that.
I know. Everybody already knows this. It's a given.
Oh, getting away there out front.
Oh, man, Smacks, look at him. He is just
Opened
absolutely running away with it.
I think it said 2 seconds already.
4.
4 seconds.
Golden Smacks
Good
is 4
running.
seconds.
God!
Yeah, he kind of got away with it while the boys were fighting.
Oh, Mr. Golden having a great start to the evening. Well played by him. Baird having it down. Yep. Sorry, one of your Kawasaki boys just flying to the back there.
That's all right. He sold his, so that's what he deserves.
Are we going to say that about Win too?
Yeah, him too.
I thought that was a standard ASO procedure.
Yeah,
you wreck a ZX10,
right.
You sell it, you talk about how great it is, and never buy one.
Hey, I'll tell you what would happen if I crashed mine.
You'd wreck it, sell it, and never buy one again while talking about how great it is.
Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody how great it was.
That's how you do ZX10s and ASO.
Oh, leader down again? Oh, who went down? Who went down?
Whoa, Mertz went down.
Mertz went down. Out of second.
Oh, man.
4th now.
Yeah, 4th now. Yeah, I think he was running second at the time that he crashed.
That puts Jay in 3rd. He's actually got a shot at a podium, which is good to see.
Commentator's curse, here we go.
I know.
That's right.
I'm gonna
planning on cursing them all.
The moment to appreciate Golden Smacks is 8 seconds
Gone.
ahead of Bear.
Absolutely
he is
gone.
Positively flying.
What is it, about a lap, I guess, since we commented on it last? He is out of here.
Good God, he is soaring.
I don't have his stream up. I can't look at his T's and P's, but that dude is cooking.
Yeah, I think he's the only one really that could lose it for himself here.
No, his tire temperatures are looking. Rear is a little on the warm side. He's wearing the right side of his tires a bit, but that's just the bias of the track. But I think he's okay otherwise. It doesn't look like he's going to be hurting for fuel either.
Coming up on halfway, I guess.
Yeah, we are 4 laps remaining, and he's got 5.4 laps of fuel. He's fine. He is. If he avoids screwing up, he has got this one in the bag. He has done a great job
He's
so
almost
far.
pulled out
Good
another
start.
second.
What was that, Nick?
He's almost pulled out another second.
Well, I guess if
currently.
you look at it that way, he can give up, 2 seconds a lap and still be in the front. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jay is trying to crawl up on Bear. Maybe he can do it, but Bear is having a solid evening. He was in qualifying, but he's doing great now in the actual race, holding that second.
Yep.
There is no way in hell he's going to catch Smacks. Smacks is just
Now
gone.
he's gone, yeah. Nick.
Rocha is mowing the grass.
Standard.
Oh, boy.
You got to get real close to the mic and talk real sweet when you say things like that, Brandon.
Oh, my God. So there we can see the view from Voss looking back at Key. Key coming last in qualifying, but now, thanks to a few wrecks and making sure to navigate things correctly, he is sitting back in 5th. Looking pretty good. He's only about a second and a half off of Voss.
Man, look at that Cowie in last place.
I told you he sold it.
His name doesn't represent it.
Oh, boy.
So, for those of you listening that don't know, our guest commentator, Brandon, is... Well, I'm pretty sure he has a Kawasaki-themed dildo. I'll put it that way.
It's nice.
It's on his seat. It holds him in place with the amazing acceleration he gets.
But it's okay, because he stomps V4 Ducatis down there.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Old men on them as well. Yeah.
Old washed-up racers on them?
Oh, God.
I'm going to let you answer to him.
Love you, Greg.
Look at Nick J doing work while we're messing around.
Look at this.
Catching up to Bear.
Yeah, he is working on it. Coming into turn 5 there, he managed to be really late on the brakes.
Check the fuel, though.
He's got 4 laps remaining. I think he'll be okay.
He better hold on to it all.
Well, we got
3 to go.
laps. Yeah, we got 3 to go. He's obviously back a bit, but not far.
I just wonder how much is he going to use trying to catch him.
If he's getting him on the brakes, I don't think he's going to use that much. It's,
That's fair.
Oh, my God. Golden is almost 10 seconds off
Oh,
of
my
Bear.
God.
Gone.
Golden has been practicing this week, and it shows. He is doing a great job. Meanwhile, while Jay is doing well,
Yeah.
you got Voss creeping up on him.
He does.
Look
There
at
it
this.
is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, back down the inside. Now these boys are going to fight, and that's going to give him a solid second to run away with it while they fight about it.
Oh,
Wow.
dear God. Now that is some solid fighting there.
Like I say, as long as they don't get too caught up in fighting each other, because they'll never catch Albert at that point.
Yep.
Rocha and Hades are trading some paint, too.
We can see actually here from Voss's view. Looks, oh my God.
Nick's
his
wide.
management,
Nick's wide.
Great line.
Oh, he cut him back off.
Yep.
It looks like Voss is just cleaner. He's got a little bit more tires. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Voss is a little more confident. This is one thing. Like, Jay has been doing better this season than he did last.
Oh, he's back down the inside.
Wow!
Not giving it up. Not giving it up.
Good God, that pass was nice.
Not giving it up.
Just couldn't make it stick.
He's staying there with it.
Yep. And that look back, Voss realizing he's got Jay all over him.
Yep. Oh, down the inside.
Look at this. Look at
Down
this
the
pass.
inside.
And Boss is back.
Coming into 5 around the hairpin. Jay just too wide.
And he got it. Yep.
Yep.
He
Voss.
got a little wild coming out, but yeah, it looks like he gathered it back up.
Yep. Voss was just more solid through there. That's the one thing. Like, Voss is one of our fastest guys. Like last season, basically dominated.
A little wide there.
It seems like their motivation, though. It seems like they've both found a little bit more pace, and it looks like they're closing the gap.
Yep. Normally, when you're fighting the other guy, you wind up falling back, but Bear has not managed to get away from him in the process.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just the desperation that made the difference.
Maybe.
Golden Smacks is still running away 11
yeah,
seconds.
He's gone. Yeah, he's absolutely gone.
It is his race to lose. That is all it is there.
But look
If
at
I
here,
were him,
Voss
I'd
has closed it
start
back
throwing
down.
in a little bit.
Yeah, Voss has closed it clear back down on Albert, so that we're going to have a fight for a second here pretty quick.
Yep, you can see there a view of all 3 of them.
But I'll say, Nick J's only a second back, so he's absolutely benefited from the run of it.
Yep. No, he's had a solid evening. It has been good to watch. Voss with a very nice pass.
That was pretty.
Oh, my God.
That was pretty.
That was clean.
But they're not done. Nick J's coming.
Gross.
He's a Ducati owner. He takes what he can get, okay?
Hey!
The awkward moment when Kawasaki gives Ducati a hard time.
That's what World Superbike said.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, you have a sister to sleep with or something?
Oh, my God. Sounds like we got to do something. We got to get Abbott and you in here at some point. Just to hear the shit talk.
Do you really think Abbott's going to be able to operate Discord?
That's true.
Let's be
He
real.
doesn't. We just drag him in here to my, quote, studio.
He'll have to get his glasses. And
He'll be able to see everything.
Wait, hold on. Is that the reason that you can drag him down the straight? Because he can't operate the power modes on that bike?
absolutely could be.
That and he can't see.
I'll take
the
whatever
numbers
I can
to know
get.
when to shift. Oh, my God. Oh!
Oh, Nick's coming.
That is some wideness
Yeah, he
through
is.
turn 8. That is such an odd turn. 7 into 8 is just really odd on this track.
This is the penultimate, and Nick hasn't given it up yet.
Yep.
Oh, he's wide. He's real wide out there.
And
though.
Chris didn't say penultimate. Damn, Chris.
It's hard to say penultimate when I've got this horrible voice this evening.
There he is. He's right there with him. He's going to go down the inside on him. Going to go down the inside on him.
Oh, look at this.
I didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Nope.
That's a slow line. I think Bear's really going to walk away.
Yeah, he could pay for that on the way out if it's long here on the straight.
Yep, he tried to get up under him, and it just didn't happen.
He stayed with him okay. Not bad.
Yeah, better than I expected.
Yeah, same.
Ooh, look at this. Set up on the outside. Voss.
He's
Oh,
trying
just
to
a
pull it
nicer
wide.
line.
There he
Yep.
goes. Yep, trying to get the drive on it. Oh, got loose.
I'm
Got
not
loose.
sure he's getting the drive.
Nope, got loose. He lost it all.
You can see here Nick's rear. He's been wearing it hard.
That's wide.
You can see Nick's rear. He's been wearing it hard to try and keep up with this. He's got
Yeah.
enough fuel to make it, but he's running hot on
Look
the
at that
rear.
turn.
And
Oh,
look
there
at
it is.
that.
There it is.
That was aggressive.
Fighting
I
for
like
second.
That
That
pass.
way.
I like
Gotta be
that
careful,
pass.
That rear tire's getting hot, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in bad shape back there.
I think he'll make it, though. He's only got one
Yeah,
lap to
he's-
go. He's not too terrible on the heat. It's not bad on wear. He's going to make it.
Yeah, just a couple corners left, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Yep, he's just
Watch
got
for
to
this
keep
upcoming
crushing
pass by
up.
Bear, though.
Oh,
He's gonna
look
be
at him
working
slide
for
that
it.
thing. That was pretty.
I like it. I like it. He just, this last lap, he decided to just open that
Man,
cannibal pass.
those boys are still close though.
Yeah, it is not
Albert's
done.
still right there with him.
It is not done.
Still right there with him.
Look at this.
One mistake
Austin's
and
starting to gain on Golden. Not enough, but he's starting
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's Golden rolling off a little bit.
I'd suspect so. I mean,
I
not
don't
that
know,
he
man.
needs to.
Voss is gone from Jay and Bear. I think Voss poured the coals on.
That could be. That could be.
Actually,
Oh, these two are still right there with it.
I can see why he rolled off. Take a look at how much fuel he has left.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But he's
no.
but he's right here.
He's got it.
Yeah.
He has got it won. Yep.
There it is. But
Yep.
these boys are still at it.
Golden
not
is
quite
through.
done yet.
But this
Oh,
fight.
Nick J is sideways. Now it's down to the drive on the straight. I think Nick J got him.
Bear, what are you doing?
Oh.
Oh no! No, he tried so hard.
He took that ASO line. It's all right. He finished it up. He got there.
Oh, what is this? Baird, are you kidding me?
That makes sense.
Is
So-
that what
so
it
here-
gets for
that is
selling
the
it?
winning
Is that
line.
what that is?
He's winning.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a time out there.
That's not where you want to be.
Look at Nick J.
Look at that. That is a win to be proud of. He fought for that one.
He sure did.
He did a hell of a
Out there.
job.
This is a placing when there's more than 3 people in your race class. Good job.
Yep.
So here's my question. Hold on. Is that second for? Does that show second place for Albert? Did he get a win?
No. That was for Voss. Bear is 5th.
Oh, Voss. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
that
That's
was
right.
Voss.
That's right.
That was Voss. Yep.
So did he lose a spot? So did Albert lose a spot? No, I guess
no,
not. I
fourth.
guess not. He got
Okay, it's
fourth.
fourth.
Okay, I was going to say, did he lose a
Yeah,
spot
it was,
in the
it was
crash?
penalties. It was penalties got him 4th. I suspect Hades had a couple of penalties there. Dickinson.
Got it.
So yeah, there you go. There you go. Nick J taking a podium first thing in the night. That is great to see. Voss, not surprising to see him in second there. But Smacks, good God, what a performance! That was great work by him this evening. I am really impressed.
That was great, yeah.
So there we go, folks.
Practicing.
Yep, it'll be a brief break. Then we will do qualifying for Moto 2 on the Xbox at Termas. Thanks for watching. All right, folks, we are back just as they are about to start qualifying for Moto 2 here at Termas. How are y'all doing? We saw earlier Mr. Christopher Caesar mentioned, man, COVID sucks ass. I so wanted to go to my first MotoGP race. Cannot blame you for that sentiment, sir. We here in Austin are so damn sad that we did not get to see it this year at COTA.
Yeah, it's upsetting for sure, but I'll be on that track in 2 weeks anyway, so
Not
Me
the same
too.
thing. What?
Me too.
Oh, I'm not going to make it this year. I'm not going to get to.
I'll see you there, Brandon.
I hope so. You'll know me because I'll be the one that's naked.
oh shit, you're staying in my trailer.
Yeah, I am.
This got awkward real fast.
Who am I flirting with? Who the fuck was that?
See, it's so disappointing. I got my whole able to haul all my shit set up now, and I'm just not going to do any track days this year. Something wrong with me.
And yet you would still try to couch surf with me.
No, I'll probably crash in the back of my own van now, down by the river.
There's so many jokes.
It really is.
We're just not going to acknowledge them.
It really is.
So does that mean you're going to park by the tunnels, like where the actual COTA rivers are?
Yes. Particularly if it rains.
The seep at turn 10.
Oof. Good God.
So, hey, you've ridden COTA since they did the repave.
It's
Is the wheelie
amazing.
bump still there?
Wheelie bump is mostly gone. There's still a little bit of it left at 10. All of that is pretty much smoothed out. They have added one to 12, and they've added one to turn 1. Everything else was pretty damn smooth.
Well, great. So I ride a 600, so no more wheelies there.
Yeah, you probably won't catch too much there anymore. You will absolutely catch a pucker at 12, and again, the one at turn 1 is I don't know why they've created a bump, but they have.
Why would they?
So I always wheelied coming down the hill into turn 2, of course across 9 into 10, and then up through to 15.
Yeah, so 15 is good. All of that is pretty square. There's no bumps. But the one at turn 1 is really bad. It's right at the center of the apex. If you draw a triangle at the top of turn 1,
hold that thought for just 1 second, Brandon.
Yep.
Heinz, what you got?
Roach having a bit of a rough off there. Good God. That was a pretty good wreck.
No. Let me double check with the other member of Race Direction here. Hey, Chris. So this is we'll just do behind the scenes on live air. This is great. Turbo as a wild card lost his connection to the qualifying lobby. As a wild card, are we going to stop the lobby and pick him up? I said no.
Game doesn't allow us to add him after either, does it?
No.
So here's the question: where is he in points?
He's wild.
He's currently penalized.
Yeah.
Is he okay? So he's a wild card anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not going to make it, right? If he's going to race every week, maybe worth stopping for. But if he's just a wild card, one for.
Yep, that's where I'm at with it. All right, Heinz. I think due to wild card status, we're going to say no. If it was a core racer, yes. Womp womp. So, for listeners, since you got to hear that little behind-the-scenes chat, if it was a core racer, we'd say absolutely yes. But, it takes a while and puts us way behind schedule to pick up a wild card. So...
Yep, he needs to get rid of that McDonald's Wi-Fi, upgrade to Starbucks.
Ah, God, don't talk about Starbucks with Brandon.
Wait, I've got Brandy Turner here.
Hey, he's just as bad. He rides a Ducati.
Don't start with me, you basic white bitch.
That's true. I got nothing.
See?
So, hey, before we keep on our half-drunken rambling, I want to make sure to mention our sponsors. Thank you to Wood Cycle Country, Motorangutan, Motul, and Mass Motorsports. You guys are really giving our riders something to work for here. We appreciate it. We'll start incorporating some commercials we have next race.
Well, part of what we also need during the next race, I need pictures of the merch that they have donated that our racers will be getting for winning.
Agreed. We've also got to
nice to
finish
show
inventory.
folks. Do what?
We've also got to finish inventory.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's an inventory for this. My God, it's gotten amazing. Maybe one day we'll even give them more insane prizes.
Well, the problem is race direction
have
can't
actual
count
umbrella
to
girls.
3, so that's why inventory becomes difficult.
Yep, I hear you. So.
Oh, I forgot a sponsor. I'm being yelled at in my
That's right.
ear.
That's
Pirelli
right.
is
That's
also
right.
sponsoring us here.
That's
yeah.
right.
Thank you, Hutch, for
Yes.
throwing some sticky tires our way.
Yes.
I'm adding it to the list.
I forgot we had that awesome one added.
So apparently Nick can't count to 4.
Apparently, Brandon can't count to 5.
Yeah, that's 5. What's wrong with you, son? When you try to own and you get owned.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say that I could count. I just said you also fucking can't.
I was lucky.
Stay in school, kids, and don't buy a Kawasaki. You'll never be able to count.
Fuck.
Bet you John Wynn can't count either.
He kind of just it's in Korean. And I understand he's not Korean. That's why I say it.
Oh, so we are at this point.
Guys, that's 6 F-bombs for the season.
I
We
don't
just
even
added
care.
3.
I ain't even dropped one. I'm blaming it all on Brandy over here. 8.5 minutes
Yes,
remaining.
Brandy was too. Brandy, you just used a significant amount of our allowed F-bombs for the season.
I can't help you.
Yeah, no, I got tons.
Binders and binders.
So 8 minutes 20 seconds remaining in qualifying. Hades having a very solid qualifying again at a 140.6. Voss, though, not very far off of him at 1.3 seconds. I'll bet he will close that a little bit. Bear just a little further back. Bichon had a solid showing during our last race. And let me see, we have Rocha and then Mertz so far. Jay, Baird, Key, and Smacks have yet to put down a lap, which Smacks, after his phenomenal performance in Moto3, little surprised to see he hasn't put a lap in yet. Maybe he was focusing on Moto3 this week. I think last week during Moto3, we had a pretty competitive race, didn't we? I remember it being really good.
They were all good last week.
They really were. Actually, that is the thing we're starting to run into, the way we've structured things this season. It's actually not too bad. We've seen some good races so far. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how this season ultimately shapes up.
Look at Voss in there again.
Yeah.
Still not far behind and averaging well, class to class.
Oh, Voss is fast. Voss
Yeah.
is one of our fast guys for sure.
Yeah, he is always quick.
So I guess Nick J hasn't thrown down a time yet.
No, he has not.
Okay.
I've seen him finish.
Much
on
like we
the
were
court.
talking
Oh,
about
Voss,
in Moto3
there we go.
qualifying, just got to get that time in.
Yeah.
Now, I understand why we don't have time from Baird, because 10R, but...
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Is that what it is?
That makes sense. He
I'm
only needs
so
to make
sorry,
one.
Baird,
I see your
but
point.
Brandon is here, so you're just going to get, shit on
Yeah.
for the whole commentary just because of Brandon being here, honestly.
He's having trouble with the turns. All they've
That
got
makes
that
sense.
straight line.
That's right. I don't understand anything between the straights.
Does he have that stretch in that 300 kit, though?
I mean, if he knows what's up. So here's an interesting one. Matt Voss is about out of gas.
Yeah, I noticed
So
that.
Yeah, qualifying.
yeah, so that's going to be tight. I don't know how much lap he's got here, but that thing it's
He's
mad.
not even a quarter of a way through his lap.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, that probably ain't going to happen there, son.
I hope he runs it out because I want you to see the animation. It's pretty great.
Yeah, this is turn 5.
I want to see how it goes when he's got a good lap here and the bike goes flat on him.
Yeah, because he's on a personal best
It
pace.
is just about done.
Yep, he's on a personal best pace.
Exactly.
Right
He's
Although
screaming.
He threw it to power 0. So, there he goes. He's out.
Bye.
Oh, rough.
Clear the race line, sir. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
rough.
Eagle Lace show the
Oh.
Oh, he left.
When I say that, I don't mean for the entertainment value. I just mean for my personal entertainment, knowing that he's cussing.
Yeah, somewhere he's going, damn it, I was on a good pace.
That's it.
What am I thinking?
Bear's on a hot lap
yep,
as well. As
Bear actually on a pretty good lap.
Rocha
so
is too,
far.
but he's not free, so nobody cares.
Let's see what Bear can do here.
Looking
Creeping
good.
up on Mertz.
Yeah, he's chasing Mertz, so he's kind of got a carrot.
He might catch a toe.
Oh,
here.
invalidated at the last minute.
A little too wide there, right at the end.
I think that was
rough.
some cut in the inside.
Yep.
He did, yeah, he jumped it.
That.
These strict penalties are really fighting these guys, but we're already seeing higher quality lines in racing, I think.
I mean, it makes you work for it, yeah.
You know, these racers should appreciate the fact that they don't have to deal with the cart of wheels that these guys actually run in real life.
Right.
Brandon knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 36 per tire or per race bike, yeah.
Well, yeah, because my understanding is, they're limited to tire size, but they're not limited to wheel width. So
Correct.
that's how they change their tire profile.
Correct.
Absolutely nuts.
The amount of money
what,
as well.
They just stretch the tire
I don't wanna
across
hear
whatever
you,
wheel they
Marcus,
have, stretch or squeeze it.
Yeah, they stretch. Basically, so you're limited. It's a 3-make. You've got a 1-make tire, 3 profiles to choose from, and essentially,
Three compounds to choose from.
3 compounds. Yeah, if you go to a horsepower track, something big and wide, you need something to get the traction out of it, which makes total sense. But you don't have any way to change the tire itself. So by running a larger rim, you're able to get a little bit more contact patch.
So what you're saying is they're stancing their shit.
That is exactly that is exactly correct. Yep. Yeah, you go to
Chris, you have now ruined the sport for me.
right.
Now you're picturing gelled hair.
Yep. Dory, son. Dory.
thing.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
picturing Brandon in 2004. That's what I'm picturing.
That makes sense. Still
Hang on,
awesome.
bro, let me go get my Civic. I'll spank your ass.
It was an Integra. Fuck you.
What's the difference?
The shape.
Oh my god.
Also, that's 7, you bastard.
Jeez. Oh. Oh god. Okay. All right. So looking like Hades Dickinson, wow, sets it under a 140 at this point, a 139.8. Voss just unable to catch it so far. A bit of a surprise. We are sitting, let's see, how much time remaining? 2 minutes, just
I
over
can't
2
tell
minutes.
if Race Direction's yelling at me or the other Nick.
Both.
I
Likely.
I
Both.
wouldn't be surprised by either.
Yeah, I don't want to select one. I just want to choose both.
Hines, am I being yelled at or is that the other Nick?
Hines actually has Jay up on his screen right now, so I think that's probably
He's mad
Jay
at
who's
you,
yelling at.
Brandon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah.
Join the fucking club.
That's what he's mad for.
Oh, Nick J is still not put in a time, by the way.
I'm leaving Hines' volume up so when he hears that, he can yell at you more.
Oh, it makes sense.
Jesus. What, Hines?
Hey,
You were so excited we brought him
You
in.
shut your
Right.
dirty mouth. You are now. No, you're not.
It's like listening to a married couple, but you can only hear half of it on the phone conversations.
Yeah.
What
For
the
those
fuck?
who couldn't hear anything, Race Direction is pissed about the swearing. Which
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We've been pretty good about that so far, but then I lied to him and told him he was on the stream while he was cussing at me. So,
I didn't know it was a safe space. I apologize, GH. I'm very sorry.
They're expecting professionality out of us. They made a mistake.
isn't ASO? I tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Not much though.
It's and you decide to bring on ASO members, but you want professionality.
Yeah,
These are
I
mutually
didn't get the
exclusive
disclaimer.
things.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a Ride 512 event.
Oh,
Good
please tell
God.
me that shared to Ride 512.
Oh my God.
What's that other one? The really squiddy one?
ABL?
I'm not gonna. I can't comment.
Is that ABL that we're talking about now?
It could be.
Yeah. That's the one that they added me to, and like 3 days later, I hadn't made a post, I hadn't done anything, and I'm like, I wonder what happened to this group. No longer remember?
I was gonna say they immediately removed you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I've told all of those dudes to chew on a shoe at least once.
That makes sense.
So, no time left in qualifying. We have Hades, Bear, Mertz, and Rocha still out on the track. It looks like Jay and Key both failed to set a time. Okay, Jay is still out on the track, so we'll see if he banks anything.
He's got one shot, one opportunity.
Yes. I hate you. I'm just letting you know how much I hate you right now.
Hey, dude, I have not made an unbearable joke yet.
It looks like Rocha and Key have both had their laps invalidated, unfortunately. So I don't think they'll be. I don't think Key will be setting a lap. Rocha won't be moving up any further. Looks like Bear put down. He's sitting 1.34 off of the lead. Voss sitting half a second off the lead. A lot of our guys, though, have been setting whatever time in qualifying this evening, having phenomenal races. So we'll see what happens during the actual race. I'm not expecting this to necessarily reflect performance during the race. Looks like we kind of have two groups here, maybe three. You got Hades and Voss sitting up front pretty close together. Bear and Smacks close together as well. And then Baird, Bichon, Mertz, and Rocha a little further back. You'll probably see them together about like that. And there we go.
Didn't Nick J get a lap? Yes, he did.
He did. Wound up setting himself in fifth there. So you'll have Hades, Voss, and Bear on your front row. Smacks, Jay, and Baird on your second row. Bichon, Mertz, Rocha on the third row. And Key, unfortunately, not setting a time, is going to be bringing up the rear on the fourth row. So let's get ready to start our second race of the evening. This is going to be a Moto 2 at Termas on the Xbox. And we will wait our minute for racers to finish getting everything put together. The what?
I think it's 2 now.
Did they change it to 2? All right.
Yeah, we just roll with the rules as we feel like it.
Okay, fair enough. Did Turbo get added to the lobby? Can we add people later? Or is it just that he's just able to watch from TV director?
He's able to watch. He's stuck as a TV director. And what sucks about it is we don't want to piss the guy off.
Yeah.
But he speaks Portuguese, so it's kind of difficult to communicate with him.
Like I've said, talk to Diego. Diego does speak Portuguese. He is from Brazil.
Diego
Bencao? I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
The
David.
Jolly Green Giant?
David.
David? Wait.
Is he in here?
David who?
Diego.
Oh.
David.
Oh, is that? Okay.
Yeah. Just Facebook.
Okay.
Which one is he?
Hey, don't oust him.
I'm not. That's for a different reason. I won't say on air, but I'll say he's not personally offended by his name.
No, I know he's not, but I understand it's a work reason due to photos I received of a giant rattlesnake.
Yeah, well, and other things. But it's not he's not hiding behind it. He's just making it difficult for work.
As are you.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. But mine's not really work related. Work doesn't expect anything of me at all.
Except for the fact that your
right
backup profile actually, it popped up today while I was tagging you in something like your work experience. So I was like, hold on, let me check this. And your backup profile is more realistic of you than your primary.
Yeah, this is correct. Yeah.
Wait, Brandon is more accurate.
Yeah.
Yes, like it has
Like
his
it's
job
a-
history and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a more real profile. It was before I had to go through and clear everything on the other one because my other one used to kind of mirror it. But
When are you going to get Brandy?
yeah, it's hey, you got Nikki on there too. So, you know what I mean? When Nikki pops out,
I haven't had to create that yet.
hey, let's get around to it.
I'm not opposed.
Alrighty, folks, we are just about to start our second race of the evening. This will be Moto2 at Termas on the Xbox. Here we go. And everybody actually having a pretty solid start. Not looking too bad there, though. Hades looking really nice. But very wide through turn one. He is way out there, and Bear with a better line.
Looking good. That's a yard sale. There is a bunch of people down.
I think that was 2 or 3 of our guys just got knocked down there. I think that was Baird, Key, and Mertz, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it.
They are still crashing.
Jay having it off there.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
Rocha's still sliding. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah.
He's like when he's up.
Yep. Nick J, too. He just got back up and going.
So that's one of the disadvantages we're seeing of 20 is like 19, you popped up pretty quick. If you get unlucky in a crash in GP20 here, you just slide for a decade. I mean, it just doesn't stop.
It seems like at that point you'd almost have to ride conservatively. You'd almost have to be a little bit more careful because you have everything to lose and little to gain.
Yep.
Well, I would argue it's that way for all of racing.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah, maybe it's a realism thing. Maybe they're trying to make it, punish you more for making a mistake.
Seems that way. Wow.
Potentially, I'm tuning back in the race direction
Smack's
here.
pushing it really hard through 10 there in 11. You can see they're out ahead of him. Voss, Hades, and Bear actually sitting up front. This is the way he was last week. I believe in Moto2 and GP was where Bear just came alive and started just destroying people. Yep, until he ran out of gas.
Yeah, you got a pretty good fight going on for first through fourth.
Yep, it is solid this evening.
So I find Moto2 the easiest to ride in this game.
It really is.
That makes sense. Probably more stability from the larger tire and then a little bit less horsepower than the GP bike.
The GP bikes, things just happen too quickly. I can't process what happens, much the way it would be in real life. Moto2 feels fairly realistic. It feels more like what you would expect to do on an actual track. Of course, it's quicker than what you run, but it's processable. Moto3 just kind of feels like you're pedaling.
That makes sense.
Yep. Now, Moto2, especially, like myself I'm pretty much a middleweight guy when it comes to riding bikes in real life. And so the pacing in Moto2 makes a lot more sense to me than GP or Moto3. So, yeah, definitely, whenever I play it, it fits a lot better to the way I like to handle tracks as well.
I can't actually make clean laps in MotoGP, so what ends up happening is my Moto2 times are better than my MotoGP times.
So here we come into that weird turn.
Golden is wide.
Smack's way wide.
I'd say mowing the grass, but that's like bluegrass.
Yeah.
So it's mowing Kentucky.
Yeah, that one was kind of rough.
He's running it hot into everything, yeah.
Key has an off.
Being a little wonky there. Okay. I finally decided to load. That took it a moment. I have a weird setting on his thing. I'll have to set it correctly.
Guys, I'm out of coffee. It's a travesty.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Look at you growing up. I'm all proud of you.
If you had any idea how much coffee I consume on a day-to-day, you'd probably be concerned for my well-being.
What was that term you were calling me earlier that Garrett got mad about?
Oops. Sorry about that.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I bet not.
No, what was it?
You were referring to me and my coffee.
What, was I calling you a bitch?
Hey, all right, that was him. That was him. I just want to say that was one.
No, sir. I'm not counting those. I'm counting the F-bombs. We're at 8 for the season on race 3.
Well, how many do I get?
I've been averaging not more than 1 per broadcast.
All right, well, then, good. Then I want to give all mine back. I didn't know it was on a counter. So.
Oh, my God. Look at this fight for first here. Bear wound up getting caught up to, and he's back in third now, but you can see he is all over Voss, who is all over Hades. This fight for first, second, and third is less than half a second between them.
It's looking great, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are seriously at it this evening.
This is basically going to come down to who makes the first mistake.
Yep.
Or who wears out their gear
first. We
first.
saw a couple of those.
Yeah. If somebody wears out their stuff, I mean, that's another one is if you wear out, fuel and tires, I mean, you're not going to be able to stay competitive, so.
I like your original phrasing better. Don't wear out your stuff, kids.
That's it. That's it. Don't wear out your stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you need the stuff to work.
So you can see here from Bear's view, everybody holding about the same lines up front. Bear a little bit wide compared to the other guys. Cutting that final turn, coming into the straight, very close.
So the fast lap being a 41.2, and I think Bear was within a second of that, but a little bit off the pace.
Yep. Now these three are actually fighting, though it looks like Voss and Hades starting to get away from Bear.
Just starting to, yeah, absolutely.
Though not from each other.
Looks like he's having a little bit of a rear traction trouble that the others are not. Every time he really gets into it, it looks like it gets loose for him. So,
yeah. Looking back here at Baird, another battle against him and our Frenchman.
We got a camera on that right now. We do.
Yeah, I thought. I'm watching different things than you. I thought you were still on that last camera.
Oh, those two were close.
Yeah, they are super close. Looking at your battle for fifth here. Ooh, but Baird doing a good job getting out ahead.
Yeah, it is. Runs it wide. Lost the drive.
Bichon.
And now we're back in it, yeah.
Yep, Bichon, a solid line.
With one hell of a crash.
And Baird just cut it too far in, mowed the grass a little bit.
I love how I just hear the soft Brandon voice from the background.
That's because I love him.
He's been freed into the grass.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you get. You wanted back, now you're back.
This is what happens when you free Rocha.
That's right.
This is what he does with it. So you can see Bichon trying to chase down Baird, but Baird is actually starting to stretch it out. If he can avoid making one of those nasty mistakes on his line again, that might be a better line.
It's not bad. He's got the drive on him.
Yep. That looked like a better line through 13 and 14.
Drive,
yeah, that was very fast through there. I think he'll manage to stretch that out. Rocha out back.
Hi, Rocha.
I'm not sure why they're looking back off of him there.
Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and
waiting to see Hades over the horizon.
Back out front, yeah.
We will take a look up front.
Looks like he's found just a little bit of pace.
Yep, that he has. But through the turns, Voss very, very aggressive.
He's back to it. I wonder if he just gets a drive out. You can usually be fast in or fast out, but not often both.
Unless the other guy just screws the pooch on one or the other.
Yeah, they can mess it up. Yep.
Yeah, you can have the guy who's been really great on his exits all evening. He screws one exit. You were solid on the entrance, and bye-bye.
Yep.
That always is kind of curious to me, too, because it seems like it's rare to have somebody whose entrance and exit are both consistently amazing. It's generally somebody will have one or the other. And I wonder if that's a product of setup or a product of practice or what's going on there.
Looks like Golden went down. He went down out of fourth. Yep.
Yep.
He was there. He was thereabouts.
To answer your question, Chris, it's both. It's your riding style and it's your setup.
Yeah. I guess I guess in a lot of cases people wind up playing to their strengths, and that winds up setting one or the other to be what you've got. And then if you screw that up, you're kind of eaten by anybody that's running a similar strategy.
Really looks like Hades just kind of has a little bit more. As I say that, he gets sideways, but it looks like he has consistently a little bit better line and a little bit more consistency than Voss does. Voss hasn't let him go.
One of the things you got to keep in mind while watching these replays, especially when we're on one of the camera directors, is the game tends to interpret things weird. So sometimes you'll see a racer go through a corner super sideways, super fast. It's just game glitches.
That makes sense. Emily wants you to know that you sound pretentious, Nicholas.
What's she texting you?
No, she's back.
Yeah, she's sitting over to the side of us. It is true though.
She's quiet and shy. Interesting.
Client prediction means when we're not looking at the view from somebody's particular bike.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you might be getting what client prediction is telling the race director they did versus what they actually did if you're looking at their stream.
That makes sense. Nobody can hear you, Nick.
You know what?
Tell me what.
Care.
He doesn't care.
So looking back here at Key and Jay, looks like Key is actually making a move on Jay.
Looks like he's wide. Wow. He's out there wide. Can he get it hauled back in? He did. He found the line, got it hauled back in.
Yep, it looks like Key is having trouble getting that rear to stick.
I don't think he drifted out quite far enough on that. I think he tried to hold it.
Oh, wow! A little bit of contact there.
Just a touch. It's just love.
Yeah, little love tap.
But he held the position, so
yeah,
I guess
Jay
it worked out.
Yeah, Jay managed to fight him off, and now he has stretched it back out to his second.
Oh, but he's off track.
I can't wait to have to review that for a an issue.
It looks like Jay is actually having trouble a little bit with his rear.
I agree.
And I think that's...
Rocha crashing again.
Oh.
You know.
Rocha is free to crash in the back.
He's free.
Well, when you're 40 seconds back, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of... Are you sure it's 40?
Well, it
Are you sure you're able to count it correctly?
Real soon.
Yeah, right. He's going to mess up the race for somebody else here.
So is that the strategy? You drop back and just eat the front?
That's right. He's
hey,
taking
race direction. Can you start pissing off Rocha and give him blue flags?
He's taking Cash App or PayPal from the other competitors
for who we get all got.
Yeah.
Is that how it's gonna work? Real time throwing the race.
Oh. Yep.
I'm sorry, Rocha.
The question is, we have to predict when he actually throws the controller.
Oh.
He's still racing, so it's not yet.
Yeah, not quite.
He gave him a blue flag, too. That's funny.
We are on the final lap, so I don't think that blue flag's going to count for anything. It's coming close to it, though.
Rocha's just riding down the grass. Can we get a stream of this?
I mean, I don't think of... do I have it?
He passed him! You don't have Rocha's stream up?
I do not have Rocha's stream. I will have to add him next time. I apologize for that.
I will send you his Twitch information. So
I won't get it this evening. There we are. We can see Bear running past him, coming through 5. So looking like Hades going to hold on to that front, staying a second and a half ahead of Voss. Of course, it's his to lose.
Now it's just showboating. I see you.
We'll see how much of that is actually him or how much of it's client prediction, but you can see there Voss.
Looking good.
Yep, sticking to him, not letting him get away. I don't think Voss is going to catch him. Both of them having a great evening here in Moto 2. At the same time.
He's bringing it around too. Just working to catch him.
Yep. Voss has plenty of everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
yep,
he saved.
They're almost
everything.
In the final turn. He can burn the last of his fuel.
Yep.
Man, it looks like Voss just... Yeah, he timed out that fuel to the numbers. Yeah, right there.
There it was.
So there you go. Hades and Voss. Then Bear taking third. A good fight from him.
Bear's on the grass.
Yep. Just not quite enough to make it happen. Smacks finds himself 20 seconds back off the podium. And Baird, Bichon, Mertz, Key, Jay, and Rocha, unless Bichon at the last second manages to pass Baird, which he does not.
Well, we got to wait for penalties to come into play here. There's a couple of them.
Yep. We will jump to our next one. We'll see what happens there. I can see Mac has joined for GP. Good to see him this evening.
Oh, he's a dangerous guy to have around.
He is. That is a fast guy. We'll see here when we get to the next screen. If we get to the next screen.
They're allowing race direction questions to pop in real quick.
Okay. All right.
All right, they're rolling through.
Okay. Yep. So it doesn't really change our standings at all. Looks like we'll have Hades, Voss, and Bear on the podium. Smacks in fourth. Baird in fifth. Bichon sixth. Mertz seventh. Key in eighth. Jay in ninth. And Rocha in 10th. Sorry, Rocha. We let you free and you chose to go to the back.
Hey, he is free to choose his crashing.
But really, you take a look at everybody's lap times. There really wasn't that much difference. Like I said, they've gotten a lot more solid this season.
Even Rocha, it was just crashes, I guess.
Yep. He just got eaten by crashes. He's got good lap times. He just needs consistency. That is what costs him. So we're going to take a brief break. We will start our last race of the evening. It'll be MotoGP at Termas on the Xbox. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us, racers. Excuse me. Thanks for doing your thing. Racers. And we will be back shortly. Thanks for watching, folks. Alrighty, folks, we are getting ready for our last race of the evening. This is going to be GP at Termas on the Xbox. How y'all doing? Everybody glad to see us?
No, I'm out of coffee, so I'm pissed.
It's that word again, Nick.
It is. It is, but it's not Starbucks.
He's so salty.
I'm safe. Silence from the Starbucks drinker.
There's sign language going on around here.
I'm sure there is, because Emily's too afraid to speak on stream.
All right, I just want to say that word was her. That one was also not me.
Good God.
It's okay to be scared. It's okay.
Alrighty. So right out of the gate, we'll have Mac Argo is one of our guys that I think he only does GP, and that dude has been genuinely fast. We've seen him. Ditto for Spanky U69. We don't know their real names on either of them, but they're both pretty damn quick.
Yeah, I think he's leading the points, right?
I don't remember. You'd have to pull that.
I think he's got 50. I think it looks like maybe a double.
McCargo, yeah, I'd believe that.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Mac has been genuinely fast every time we've had him in. Definitely enjoyed
There's only
the
one
watch.
problem with McCargo.
What?
There's only one problem with him.
What was that?
He's from California.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
We'll excuse it because the guy knows what the hell he's doing at this game. We will let that slide.
He gets a pass.
Yeah, he gets a pass because he is genuinely quick. And he races pretty clean so far. So
he does. He's a fantastic racer. I'm just giving him hell.
Yep, we give him shit, but he is actually a really good racer, and we have enjoyed watching him for the couple
I
of
would
races
like to
we've seen.
report that Rocha crashed again.
That's surprising. I just want to commentate everything for his crashes, really.
Rocha, the two rubber things go on the track, not in the grass.
It's a Yamaha too, so it makes sense.
It does make sense.
True.
It was probably an engine failure that got him here.
So there we have Hines actually putting up our first time for GP of the evening, 136.471. Not bad.
Oh God, racing.
I know, right?
Have people started beating him yet?
Have
people started beating him yet?
In the Xbox League, absolutely.
All right, because I think the last time I helped commentate, I think he was just killing everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was PlayStation, I think, last time you were doing it.
Good.
And
Somebody needs to give him a hard time.
Yeah, on the Xbox, he finds that he's less able to be dominant, and we've also had the PS4 League. Whenever we've had it, has been generally one or two people really dominating it, and we have had dominant players in Xbox, but I think we've had a deeper field in general on the Xbox. So, and I think Hines has actually enjoyed that. He has a lot more competition over here.
So what was interesting, when we started last season, our premier season, Xbox was a weak group, and PlayStation seemed to have their shit together. And it kind of flipped. The PlayStation guys seem to coast and lose interest in the game, which is why we don't have that league right now due to lack of interest. And the Xbox guys have been putting in work.
Yep. They have gotten a lot faster than our PlayStation guys were during the last season, and we've picked up some additional racers and a few different wild cards and folks from overseas that, man, they have just really stepped it up. It has made this league really fun to watch. I've noticed every race so far that we've had, even though this is only our third of the season, it's just been a hell of a lot more competitive on every single track.
If only the commentators were better.
I know. If they
Makes
weren't
sense.
such trash and ruining their voices and dropping F-bombs.
Dude, that was trash voice was my job last week. Don't you take my job from me, man.
I know, right? I apologize, folks. This will not ever happen again because I realize I have absolutely no value outside of my voice.
Well,
You call that value in the first place?
I know. It's like that. Even that one's minimal.
I mean, dude, we've got Brandon in here. He's
Makes
doing a better
sense.
job. What the hell?
look at my cargo. Best.
Yeah.
That's McCargo, man.
Yeah.
He put number one in there for a reason. He's like Ricky Bobby.
Makes
Wants to
sense.
go fast.
Makes sense.
Yep. Him
But he's
actually.
on a Honda, so that's
He
kinda
is on a
gross.
Honda, yeah, absolutely. Is he? He's hey, that counts. That counts. As far as I'm concerned, that counts. You do not actually have to be attached to the motorcycle when you go across the line, okay?
He is a victim of the commentator's curse.
He is.
The game did not count that one.
Pop up that bike made at the very last second? He Cheshired the thing.
He did.
Ooh,
He did.
Look at Spanky step up to the top of the board. See, I told you these guys were quick.
He spanked you. He definitely spanked
Yeah,
you.
and Mac was on a pace, and he messed it up there. I think he'll get it back because he has, again, been one of our more consistently fast guys. So I'm
here's
sure
a
we'll see him
question
again.
for you. Let's break down Spanky's name. Is it Spanky or is it Spank You?
I mean, it says Spanky you.
I'm going to say spank you, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's Spank you.
Especially with the numbers that follow it.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I mean,
Nicky hating. You shut your mouth, Brandon.
No, that could be.
Give some
It could
If
be.
you do it,
That could be.
during a 69, you could chip a tooth. I'm just saying.
Look, all right, Garrett's going to get mad if I have anything else to say. So
No, it was my Slevin now, or whatever that is.
yeah, whatever it was. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Look at our top three there. There ain't half a second between them.
Nope.
A Bear again having another solid showing in qualifying. He is always consistently good. This is again. I have to admit, as the commentator, you want to be as neutral as possible, and I'd love to see guys perform no matter who they are in this league. But I love Bear for the simple fact that handle is not BS. The guy has been racing basically one-handed both seasons we had him, and he's always consistently at the top of things. So
Well,
I just love seeing that.
When I interviewed Hines and asked him what his problem was, he said his hand hurt. So
Yeah, that is not a surprise. That is not a surprise at all.
too much jerking it, I suppose.
Oh, see, I didn't know where the line was now. Right? You know?
Brandon, I'm going to be honest, it's a little over the line, but
Yeah,
we're going to keep going.
I believe that, yeah.
DQ that lap.
That one was invalidated, Nick.
So, Voss looking solid for this lap, too, and Mac. Oh, my God.
And, yep, there it is.
Mac throws himself up to the top of the board. See? He and Spanky both fast. These guys have been quick. Do what?
Did you hear the zipper and then it hit the table?
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of flopped that one out. Just right there. Out it went. But Hines on a pace, on a group best pace,
Yep,
and
he's there with
Voss.
it. Yep.
My God.
Voss
Okay.
yeah, Voss is right there with him, too. He's fast, too.
Look at this. We're about to have our
Oh,
top five.
tumble.
Oh, Bear. Bear. That
Is it ironic that is an LCR Honda and it looks just like Cal?
How's your ankle, Bear?
That's right, yeah. How's your forearm thigh?
How's everything? Dude, Cal has been falling apart.
Can you imagine what it feels like to wake up in the morning as Cal Crutchlow?
No.
No, because I just don't like pain that much.
No.
I think that takes Vicodin to go to sleep. Like,
I mean, it's utterly destroyed. He has so many injuries right now.
I'll bet that man has a Thorazine addiction that would put down like 3 rhinos.
Yeah, he's got he's got a leg issue, a leg injury that's lingering. He's got a broken ankle. He has a dislocated or a tendon in his shoulder that is gone. I mean, just like pieces.
Yeah, any one of those leaves me thinking, God, I'd be in so much pain. And he's got all of them.
Yeah, they did an interview with him, and they said, when was the last time that you were 100%? And he says, never.
And the thing is, I'm not like the most major Cal fan or anything like that, but I have to admit to being a fan of the Cal Miller bromance.
Oh, they're funny.
They're awesome
they're
together.
funny.
I love when those two get going.
Oh, those two are awesome. Miller is Viva Miller.
Yes,
It's just,
I have to admit, I like
oh,
Miller.
it's such a good page.
Miller is fun. So Mac and Spanky hanging on to the front there. God, Mac at a 134.
Yeah, he just threw it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he went off the track. So,
He said, well, you know,
Typical
he's just
Honda.
trying to finish a wrap.
that's it. Although he is rocking 31, so that's Garrett Gerloff. So maybe he secretly wants to be a Texan.
That might be it. That is entirely possible. We welcome all here who, you know, are willing to forsake.
Conform.
no, let me just solve this for everybody in the room. Stop moving here.
Unless you're fast. Oh my God! So yeah, it was half a second between everybody, and Mac decided, he's going to go ahead and leave everybody behind up there up top.
You know what's weird? Hades not having a time yet.
Yeah, give him time though. I suspect he'll put something down.
We don't have much time.
He doesn't. He has a total of just under 5 minutes remaining. But that being said, with 134 being the top, if he can get it together, he's got 3-4 laps that he could do.
Rocha crashed again.
But Rocha has a lap down. Just saying.
So, hey, since we've switched to race classes again, I have a question. Brandon, where's the Kawasaki?
They wouldn't let him compete, sir. They said that it was unfair for Kawasaki to bring their superbike to MotoGP.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, sorry.
So he wasn't allowed to bring it.
Hey, Chris, are you having some allergy issues over there?
Yeah, I just, sometimes bullshit. God. Oh, I don't know where that comes from.
I mean, they did win the championship this year.
Oh, my God. It's terrible.
I just want to point out for the Ducati guys in the room that Suzuki, that is a Gixxer, won the championship of the entire world.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's
at least
be real
we grit it up.
And not a clown. Suzuki guys love strap-ons and they're, Gixxer has never been a bad bike.
No, it's a great motorcycle. It's always been a good motorcycle.
It's David Gray and I have had this discussion. 100% of what sucks about the Gixxer is the stereotypical rider.
You're right.
100% of it. The bikes themselves have always been fun.
That's how they got that stereotypical rider, because they were such good bikes that everybody was like, I want the good bike.
Oh, so the best part is they all got slightly older. I won't say more mature. I'll say they got slightly older and bought BMWs.
It's true.
That is the German Gixxer.
Yeah.
I could buy a K5, or I could buy a BMW.
Yeah, I could get this new BMW.
I'll say the same thing. Where's BMW in here?
Yeah, they're not here. Where's BMW and World Superbike? They're not there either, and they never were.
Oof.
Well, let's be honest. A BMW isn't even as fast as a KTM, and that's really saying something. So,
I mean, at least in GP, yeah, you're absolutely correct. They got nothing out there.
Kind of like Kawasaki, yeah.
Ah, no, sir, no. Let's go back to Kawasaki leading the MotoGP tests as they have at Jerez for the last 3 years. So let's go back to them being in the front out there.
Last time I checked, Aprilia has more GP points than
it's true.
Kawasaki.
It's true.
Well, that's because they wouldn't let them compete. See, Kawasaki was picked on because they're little.
What are you going to let the retarded kid in the kickball game?
They should.
He's just going to get hurt.
Well, but he's faster than the rest of them, so let the man holding him back. I see what they're doing. You're holding the man down is what's happening.
Oh, that's what it is, clearly.
No, I remember the one though that did shock Gray. As a matter of fact, coming back to saying things with him, the one that shocked him was when somebody asked, it was like best balanced bike or whatever, best handling bike, blah blah blah, for like track. I was like, there were two bikes that came to mind. One of them was the Daytona. I think Daytona is one of the best handling, best balanced bikes ever made. It is not the fastest. It is not the best at everything, but I think it's one of the best handling. But the other one...
You can say that to Emily and have her actually believe you.
I know. But it's like, it's the reason I went and got one. I'm like, I don't care about anything else. I just care about how it handles. But then the other one that I felt was reasonably close was the Gixxer 750.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an excellent balance as a bike.
See, I would disagree.
A little less maneuverable, but good amount of power.
I'll say I've got my interest in the 765. It's because it's both.
Well, no. Like, everything I've heard about the 765 is kind of disappointing.
Interesting.
It's like they added enough weight due to the block size and everything like that, and enough other changes that I was talking with Dowling about it, and even after modification, like really working on the motor, most folks are finding they cannot get better performance than they did on a 675.
That makes sense. Although, you should talk to somebody that still rides motorcycles.
Shots fired.
Damn!
He stopped once he proved he couldn't build a...
After he blew up his 675.
Oh,
now
it's getting deep. It's getting deep.
He decided he'd rather build a grenade than an engine.
Hold on. Is what I'm hearing is his grenade made as much power as a reliable 765?
Yes,
I think
but it was lighter by a lot. Like I think he was down to 320 at the time.
Yeah, I think the 765s are making what, Thai 120s to the wheel, I think, is what I saw.
Yeah, it's only like 10 horsepower more,
Yeah,
maybe
I think
15.
I think they're high 120s, yeah.
Yeah, and the block alone weighs something like 10 or 15 pounds more.
That's interesting.
It's heavy. So,
God, they sound beautiful, though.
They do.
Sound amazing.
They sound great. I love them.
Right now, I think that's probably leading the race for whatever I pick up next. Right now, I think that's close to it. If
765?
Yeah.
You're not going to buy a leader bike?
Yeah, I'm like, I thought you were a leader bike boy.
I have to let all of you catch up somehow.
Oh, okay. No, he's having to go by the ASO rule. He has to sell his ZX10 and spend the rest of his time telling us how amazing
how
they
great
are
it will used to be.
not owning one.
Hey, every day.
Kawasaki on the side.
Every day that passes, I used to be just a little bit faster.
Hey, how's that marker washing off?
It's not. Yeah, no, it's permanent. That's there to stay. At least as far as I'm concerned.
When you go to sell it, I'll remove it for you.
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let whoever buys it struggle with the realities of their new life.
It's a one erase marker. It comes right off.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
I didn't
Right.
do that.
That's correct. I'm just not going to tell them about it. It's just tucked up underneath the fairing far enough that they'll find out about it on their own. It's like an Easter egg.
Well, in true Kawasaki rider standards, they wouldn't actually look at the bike they're about to purchase.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no point. They don't know what they're doing anyway.
So it looks
Garrett
like
thinks I'm talking about him, and I think I forgot that Garrett also rides a Kawasaki.
Oh, look at him all growing up and stuff.
Yeah, but
Oh, there's also a race going on. Do we know that the qualifying is over?
Yeah, qualifying has finished. Looks like McCargo taking up the first place. Thank you, 69. And Hines going to sit up front. Hines doing a great job getting qualifying there. Voss, Bear, and Smacks. Smacks again looking good. He's not looking terrible at any point this season, but you can see on our front there, our second through fifth are within half a second of each other. So that's probably going to be pretty competitive. And then Bishon Mertz, Rocha on your third row, and fourth row going to be Key and Hades not sitting in time. Bit of a surprise out of Hades. Matter of fact, here's one of the things I will say about him. Nick is aware of this. Hades we picked up, and he was apparently on a couple of other leagues for GP, like ranked very highly, like sitting number one in a couple of leagues. So
correct.
Genuinely fast dude, like genuinely fast. So he's been a great one to watch. He's been a fun one to pick up. I think the other racers have seemed to like him too.
Here's something cool that you guys might not have heard yet either. As this game progresses, so like especially when you run campaign mode, practice, qualifying, race, it acts as if more rubber is being laid down on the track as the race progresses.
That's interesting.
So I guess it works in an individual race as well, not just throughout a season.
That's my understanding.
Nice. Interesting. I wish they would keep it over between seasons, but oh well. It won't happen. Alrighty, as we are waiting for final setup to be completed, I'm actually I'm wondering when, I'm betting Mac might take this one. He has been so solid for every single race, and it seems like in this one, man, he was dominating by a second in qualifying. But the competition's going to be for second, third. Looks like it's going to be fierce.
If you call him Mac, I'm just going to think of prison currency.
Why? Why do you have to go there?
Why? Because that's a legitimate thing. They're about $1 a tin of pickled mackerel.
Just, I have no words.
I have nothing. I didn't know that Nick knew anything. This is impressive.
We all just learned something.
Thanks, Nick.
I figured the only thing Nick knew about was his prison wallet.
That's where I thought we were going, and I was just not going to comment anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And today's episode has been brought to you by the letter C and the number 7. Thanks, Nick.
C for commissary, 7 for I'm not sure what.
Oh my God.
It looked like
we're cleaning it up, guys.
Rocha vanished. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I mean, they probably didn't let him compete. He probably wasn't allowed to participate, being that he was just out there mowing the yard. See, now I feel bad talking about him as he's gone. That's all right. He'll watch it later.
Don't worry.
I love you, you big teddy bear.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
All right. Are they going to... Oh, I don't think the game will allow him to...
I wouldn't either.
He's going to TV director him?
Yeah, like I say, I've seen him at the racetrack. I wouldn't allow him either.
If he's got it set up and he wants to, he can jump into commentary. He has options. I have no idea logistically how to get him back in the race.
Can I note, once again, how much Milestone sucks? I got to put that out there. They're not a sponsor, so I don't care about their opinion of me. We all paid for the game. Milestone, the guys that make this horrible game.
Knights for using their game. They're going to shut down their servers again.
I know. Yeah, they. By the way, that's what killed the end of last season. We didn't get to do the last 3 races because suddenly tremendous lag took over everything, and it was impossible to finish the season.
Oh, okay. That
We had
seems
multiple
reasonable.
of us contact tech support, and they never responded to a
Seems
one of us.
reasonable.
Yes. It's Italian. What do you expect?
Makes sense. Oh,
The Rocha
well,
update.
what it needed was a valve adjust. You had to adjust your Desmodromo valves.
Pour a little bit of latte in the tank.
That's it.
Alrighty, here we go. Starting our last race of the evening, going to be GP at Termas on the Xbox.
Oh, you got to get that whole shot. There it is.
Whoa,
You got
Hines,
2 down the inside of
solid
him.
into turn 1.
There it is. 2 down the inside of him. If you can keep it down, you might be able to make it work. Spanky's going for it.
That he is, but
Didn't get
I don't
there.
think it's going to happen.
He didn't get there.
Oh!
He didn't get there. Held up. Oh, somebody just went.
Yep, Mertz, and I didn't see the other one.
It wasn't Rocha.
That's just because Rocha isn't in.
Oh, if you can give
Smacks.
Mac a hard time, you might be able to make it work here.
Smack's down as well, unfortunately, and that's putting him at the back of the pack. Behind Key, it's going to be a hell of a time catching up. You can see here our first 3, Hines, Mac, and Spanky with Voss not far behind and Bear all over him. Yeah, that top 5 is looking about how we expected it to. Oh, Bichon pushes his way in.
You better run, Hines.
Ooh, he's got a lot on him.
God, I hope Hunt is listening.
He better be. He is now. I guaranteed that he was listening for the rest of the feed earlier.
So you can see here from Voss's
He
view.
has another crash.
Look at the front of this pack. And Voss always with those very consistent lines. I mean, he is, even when he's not winning the race, you watch him and he's just consistency. I think that's really Voss's strength, is he's all about consistency.
He's able to close it down on these 3.
Yep.
For Keith.
As these 3 get a little bit tighter together, they're going to have a hard time finding the right line, so he'll be able to make up some time if he has it.
Yep, those consistent lines are going to work for him. Ooh,
Got a little bit on
Spanky
Spanky.
wide. Yep. What? Hey, it's looking like he's not gaining fast. I'll tell you
lots.
what, the front of this
They're not
pack
giving you
is-
much.
Yep, front of this pack is not slow. And Hines, this is actually, when we've seen Hines get in here, I think this is the first time I've really seen him take an early lead and hang on to it hard.
Yeah, he's going to have to fight for it because, like I say, they're not that far apart. But I will also say Mac isn't getting it as easy as I thought he was going to.
No, he's not. I think Hines has really found... Oh, look at this. Yeah, he has found himself a rhythm for this race. And it is working for him.
Yeah, as long as the bike stays underneath him. Oh, wide.
Spanky way too wide on that one, and that is going to cost him, but not much. It's going to cost him on Hines, but that puts him back where now that competition for second, third, and
He's
fourth is going to be
really pushing. Mac is really pushing hard on those corners.
He is. That is risky. I don't know how that's going to work as a strategy.
Well, it works for Marquez.
Is that what it
Does
is?
it?
You just
Sometimes,
bomb it.
right up into the point that it doesn't.
You just bomb it until you break an arm and end your career.
There he is. He's back. He's breaking deep. It looks like the brakes are most of what Mac is doing well.
Yep. He is being really aggressive on the braking, and it is catching him up to Hines, but Hines is looking like better drive outs
He does.
every single time.
He's able to hold a little bit tighter lines. Oh, somebody's wide. Spanky's wide, I guess. He's able to hold a little bit better exit, and it's really paying off for Garrett.
Something else to throw out there too is Hines is on a satellite bike.
Yeah, he's on the Pramac, yeah.
Yep.
Viva Miller.
Ooh, look at this. Spanky way up all over Mac. And back out real fast. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's looking like this front of the pack is actually a solid fight. Ooh,
Out wide
Spanky
again.
very wide. Yep, that's going to be Voss's opportunity to catch up.
He's starting to
third.
lose it. Yeah, Voss is really starting to look good, or at least be in a good position with Spanky trying hard.
Yep, I think he might catch him. Oh, but look at this
Oh.
attempt to pass. Oh, good try by Mac, but just not quite enough. Hines, again, this is both Hines and Voss. This is the reason these two always compete with each other. They're both great on their consistency. They may not be the complete best, but they're so high up there and so consistent that other people just lose to them on mistakes.
I'll say Mac has a front end set up in that thing.
Yeah,
He's comfortable
the way
going
he's
late.
breaking in, yeah. Yeah, he's got his
My,
front completely dialed in.
Oh, there he comes.
My things are so delayed at this point that I can't even commentate.
What was that internet that you were insulting earlier?
That wasn't me, and my stuff is consistent at least.
I mean, it makes sense.
God, Mac, with that just consistent
He is
all over
deep,
Hines.
deep into the corners.
Yep, he gets left, but every time they come into the corner, Mac just is on his front wheel and just braking like mad.
Yeah. Don't give up, Garrett, because he's going to get you.
He will catch you. You just don't get to make mistakes coming into turns for this race.
Good. Roll the racetrack should get there and steal points.
Want to watch him suffer.
Biasted.
Oh, he's wide. He's wide.
Really wide,
Oh,
Mac.
he closed the door-
Really
closed the door,
trying
though.
to get up under him.
He closed the door back on him,
Oh, it
so
was a good try, though.
there he is. Yep.
That was a
He's
touch
down.
and he's off.
Mac, yep.
Oh,
That's
Mac
out.
pushed it too hard. He truly Marquez'd
late.
it. And Mac threw him out.
And that opens a 2 second lead into first to second.
Yep, that gives Voss a shot up onto the podium. That consistency paying off for
Yep.
him.
Now Voss gets to deal with it.
Racers, you literally had one job, and it was to crash out Hines.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Here it comes. Here it comes. He's working on Voss.
Wow.
He's working on Voss, who's deep. He's going to
Voss
come up the inside.
very,
Yeah.
very wide on
There it is.
13. Look at that, Mac right up under him.
Gone.
Good move by Mac. Really good move. And that puts him back on the podium, and that puts Voss in fourth.
That's not a spot we're used to seeing Voss in.
No, it isn't. But, I mean, Spanky and Mac have been so consistent. And last season, Voss and Hines were constantly at it when they'd race each other. So now we've got four guys that are all at that level of fast, and it makes it hard for all of them.
Wide again.
I think
He
that's
got a
crash
little-
number 4 or 5 for Key. He's having a rough race.
Yep, I think that's going to put Key out, unfortunately.
If only he was on the Honda, it'd make a lot more sense.
No,
Oh, Hines crashes!
no!
You kidding me?
Back to fourth already.
You kidding me?
No way.
You had it easy.
Hines.
And Key crashes again.
It looks like they did their job.
So it looks like, is that Spanky in first now?
Yes, it is.
Chased,
That is
chased by Mac. Mac could
Spanky.
still come back and win this thing.
Yeah, he could. If he doesn't make any more mistakes, he's going to have to avoid screwing it
Yeah,
up.
4 laps to close it back down.
Yep, that is plenty of time, but he's still got Voss as always sitting back there. And Hines, that is a surprise. Like I was saying earlier, he and Voss, it's all about the consistency from both of them. Seeing a wreck out of Hines is a surprise. It must have been the pressure having guys sit that close to him, because it's rare that he has anyone sitting that close for that long.
Voss is really running the Suzuki strategy. Just kind of wait and let it all come back to you.
Yep.
He just kind of hangs out, and here he is. He's found himself on a podium.
It works. I mean, looking at Hines' setup, the only thing I can say is his rear got a little warm.
Yep.
I didn't see what...
That makes sense.
He's actually commenting in my ear right now that, yes, he picked the wrong tire, and that's what punished him.
It looks like it's starting to go off. It's kind of draining away.
you're kind of draining away.
That makes sense. Because I have to deal with you.
Yep, you can see there from Hines' view, his tire wear on the rear is a lot harder than anybody else.
So he's chasing Voss. He's got a second between him and Voss. He could still catch Voss, too.
He could. He very well could. I mean, unless Voss decides, if he's holding back and he decides to go ahead and take off.
Well, I mean, Voss, it looks like maybe Voss went with a harder tire or has been softer on it because he's still got a lot left.
Yeah, he does.
Whereas
I believe he went with a harder tire.
That would make sense. If he's on a hard, that would make perfect sense.
Yep, both of them running Power Map 0 currently. So, looks like both of them are going a little easy.
Yeah, if you had anything else in it, I would turn it up because you're going to need it at this point and you've got plenty left.
Hines can't, as far as power goes.
No, nope. Hines can't. He's in trouble. Voss, however.
Yep, Hines actually, you look at fuel, he's dialed right at what he's going to need to finish. He really can't push any harder on power right now, but I think Voss has power to spare at the moment.
But yeah, it looks like he's got plenty. He's good on laps and good on tires. So
he's way good. He's got 4.3 laps of estimated fuel remaining.
Right, and still 2 tires that are still looking fresh.
Yep. I think it's going to be between these two. I think it's going to be about the strategy that they chose in the pits, and they're doing their typical consistent racing. But I think Hines' mistake cost him.
It did.
Yep.
He's able to close it down, though. He's closing down a little bit at a time.
Yeah, little bits.
He's got to be careful.
As we can see, Voss has spare to work with, so it may be for nothing if Voss decides to open it back up at some point.
Who are we on with here? Is this that's
This is
Mac.
sitting on this is sitting on Mac Argo.
That's for the win.
Yeah, you're looking at your second place here, trying to trace down Spanky, but Spanky just has had a seriously good race so far.
He's closing it down about a tenth a lap.
Oh, he's doing the same thing he was doing on Hines.
He's got Mac has got about a tenth a lap on him, maybe 2.
That's a little wide.
He's slowly closed down that gap here as we've gone on.
Yep, he's doing the same thing he was doing with Hines. You can tell Mac's entire strategy is around being deep on the braking, and if he doesn't make a mistake again, it's working for him.
It looks just really like a Honda, yeah.
Yep. It is looking amazing.
But yeah, we're down to 0.3, 0.4. Oh, wide. 0.3,
yeah,
0.4.
That's very interesting.
And like I say, he was, I think when they started, I think it was around a second. But now we're back out to 0.5, so.
Yep, he's getting run out in the straights, but the moment he gets to a turn with everybody, he's got that front end and that front tire just dialed in.
Absolutely.
And he's doing a phenomenal job on his braking. If he can just stay consistent, he can catch him. He's got plenty of time to do it. Look at that. There it is. Oh, so close.
Stayed in it.
Oh, so very close.
What do we got? 2 laps left?
Yes, we have
1.5.
Yep. And we are, as a matter of fact, we are on the penultimate lap.
Here it comes. Here comes that
hard
brake.
Look at this.
The hard brake zone. Spanky's wide.
Deep, very deep in. He's in.
But he couldn't capitalize. It looked like
Hines and Voss have a hell of a battle going on as well.
Hines and Voss do. Hines may have pulled in front of him.
Yep.
He did get him.
To Voss's view. Yep.
Oh, there they go. Yep.
Oh, look at this.
Fighting for that podium.
We'll try to keep an eye on the front as well.
Oh, there it is. There it is. He's got the drive.
Voss managing to get up under him at 8. Not enough.
Nothing.
I expect. A little bit of a touch.
We're still here.
Wow, my stream was delayed by a corner.
Yeah, it's looking like the Suzuki is getting better braking, better turns.
Yep.
But Hines is getting that better drive out with the Ducati, which is just not a surprise. That's really been what this bike is for a while. Better line there from Hines.
Looking good. He should have the drive. Voss should be hooked up here.
Yep.
He was able to stay with him and not lose it as much. But now it's back to...
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
It's back to fighting. Yep.
Yep, let's see that braking. The braking from Voss, very solid. The turn in better, though he didn't quite hold the line.
Didn't hold the line. He got in too early.
Yep.
That's a good one. Oh.
Backed off of it a bit too much when he got on the stripes. Yep. He could have stuck that turn.
There he goes. He should have a good drive here if he can get back to the brakes.
No, Hines going to, yep.
Keep in mind, Garrett is still struggling with a rough tire, specifically.
Oh, Mac crashed. Oh, my God. Mac crashed out.
And he's down, out of the lead.
And there you are. That puts second, third, and fourth right together. Spanky has pretty much got the lead to himself. Holy crap. Mac took off fast, though. That is really quick.
Yeah, he got a whole lot of it back. But this brings Hines and Voss back into it.
Yep.
They're not that far out of the podium here.
There is competition now for the podium. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at Voss late on those brakes. Puts him a bit too wide coming into 10.
I wonder what kind of tires Mac has left under it.
Yeah, we don't have his stream, unfortunately. His or Spanky's we don't have.
Out of that front, I wonder what he's got left. I wonder if he's having a hard time.
Dude, yeah, he's been aggressive.
Winner.
And look at there, Spanky taking first.
Check out the fuel left on Voss. He's going to make it.
Yep.
Yeah, he got there.
Voss managed to get it. Wow, that was competitive. Holy crap, the front of that race was just all over each other. Look at Bichon.
Down the inside.
All over Bear. Bear just not having the showings he was having in earlier races, which is unfortunate. Yep, and that's, oh man. Hades did not have a good race at all, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, he didn't put in a qualifying though, so he had to come to the back.
I'm really surprised by Hades. He's normally way up there, so that's kind of a surprise.
Probably ready for bed. What time? What time is it over in his time zone right now?
No idea.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's pretty late.
Yep. So there you go, Spanky having a hell of a GP evening, and Mac. Those two were fighting the whole way around. Hines gave it a hell of an effort as well. That'll put him in third. Voss in fourth. Bear in fifth. Bichon in sixth. Hades in seventh. A little disappointing out of him. I was expecting him more. And then Mertz in eighth and Smacks in ninth. Good GP round. That was actually a pretty nice one to watch. And again, you look at the lap times, you can see Hades actually had a 135 right in there with the top.
Yep.
Actually faster than our leader.
Yeah, he was in there. Like I say, those were almost qualifying times in there with him.
Yep. So there you go, folks. That'll be our last race of the evening. Thanks for watching, racers. Thanks for racing. Nick, if you want to give our sponsors a shout, I've forgotten everybody.
Good job using that pen and paper.
Leave me alone. I just forgot to do it.
A big thank you again to Wood Cycle Country, Motorangutan, Motul, Mass Motorsports, and Pirelli USA in no particular order.
Alrighty. And thank you, folks, for watching. Thanks, Art Racers. We got folks on chat. Damn, I need to find a track for my bike to play with. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Find you a track. All right,
LCR, bro.
Yep. We will see you, folks, next week on Monday again. I don't even remember what track we have. I forgot.
That'd be Coda, right?
I think.
It's a bye week.
I think Coda runs after Argentina normally.
Is it bye week, or are we off next week?
It's a bye week and then Coda.
All right. Then we are off next week, and week after that will be Coda. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for joining, and we